opportunities within that environment for people to engage in many other things. Am I right?
Yes, sir, you're right, sir.
Exactly.
Awesome. What would be, so you've given us a sense of what it would cost you to put together. My question is, what would be, as a consumer, what would be my entry, quote unquote, fee, or is it free? And then you make your money off the back of advertisers and people who want to engage with that audience. Am I right?
All right, sir. Can I answer your question, sir?
Yes, please.
The interface, the login interface will be free because the metaverse we're having these days, they will ask their users to get an NFT for a particular amount before they are being able to access that particular metaverse that might not exist. But in MarkHack City, we're not allowing that. It's an open world, just like how you wake up from sleep every day and you have access to world, you have access to free air without being charged for it. MarkHack City is going to be free. So we're going to create our revenues from activities that are within and from resources and sales that we have made. So that is
understood. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
That's it from me.
Okay, thank you very much, Otome. Any other question for the team?
Hi.
Okay, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So I'd like to ask, do you have the competency to build this, or do you intend to, if the business is saying that we would fund this, do you have the competency to handle it from start to finish in terms of the metaverse, the cloud computing units where you would store the data, from that to also building the what did you call it? The MarkHack world, and MarkHack City, and everything that it entails. Are you able to handle it from end to end, and even getting advertisers to come on board?
All right, may I answer this, Ola? So, my name is Unibamdele Kichuku. I'm the CEO of Going Swap Virtual Academy.
I can't hear you, please. Hello?
Your line is breaking.
Can you hear me?
Okay, it's better now.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
It's better now.
So I own a virtual academy with over 300 students that are metaversity inclined with virtual augmented.
Can your colleagues speak on your behalf? Okay. Your network is really bad.
Let me take over.
All right,
so
go on.
Okay. So basically, we have the resources to do this from start to finish, like you asked. In summary, my colleague Bamidele is handling the technical part of the project while I'm handling the business part of the project. Bamidele owns a virtual academy where he trains people about Web 3.0, about the entire metaverse concept and everything. So he's well grounded in this field, and so we have the resources to run the project from start to finish, basically, in summary. Are you there, ma'am?
Thank you very much for that. I don't know if you have any other question, Labake.
So I have a question, and my question is just simple. So I'm trying to, can you just maybe what exactly is this MarkHack City? So maybe help me understand the product and the problem it can solve. And I think the second question will be, who's your target audience?
Okay. MarkHack City itself is a metaverse. So MarkHack City is like a new world on its own. It's as the word, it's a city that exists in the virtual world, right? Now, meta commerce is the economy that we will practice in MarkHack City. So before now, let me break it down. Before now, what people are used to is virtual reality, augmented reality, whereby virtual commerce, whereby you with the help of your headgear, you log online, you can do shopping virtually, and that is it. But in this case, we are creating a broader experience. We're creating a platform where people can do so much more other than just going into Walmart, like we saw in the Eco Innovation video, but instead of just going into Walmart and then you buy an item and that's it. We're creating a broader experience. You can do so much more. Imagine you logging on to MarkHack City, for instance, and then from the point of entry, from where you entered from, you want to go into a Jumia store, for example, and decide to take a cab. You want to feel more, you want to experience more. You just don't want to log on to Jumia store directly. You want to do so much more. So you want to take a cab. Now that cab that you want to take, the driver of that cab is also somewhere in his house or in her house. The person would also drive you in that virtual world, just as you are in your own, in real life, in your room, trying to shop on Jumia. The driver is also in his or her room trying to take you to where you want to shop. So that alone has created a job opportunity for someone as a driver. Do you understand? So you go into Jumia, you do your shopping and all that, and then whatever it is that you buy, if it is something that you want real life delivery for, or if it is something that you want just in the virtual world, if you want real life delivery for it, you can get Jumia will get your item shipped to you in the real life. And if it's just a virtual item, you have it in the virtual world. The beautiful thing now about MarkHack City is that we're introducing NFTs. So whatever item that it is that you buy, the proof of ownership is stored permanently on the blockchain, so you can resell. Unlike other virtual world whereby the proof of all you have after purchasing an item is a receipt, and everybody knows that you cannot sell a receipt to someone else. But in this case, there is a proof of ownership in form of NFT, so it can be resold and it is stored permanently in the blockchain. Did I answer your question, sir?
Yes, you did.
Fantastic.
So the other part to it was, what is the size in terms of? Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
So the other part to the question was, the market size and the opportunities.
Okay, so for the market size,
Can barely hear you. I don't know if it's me.
I can't hear them either.
Okay.
Can you unmute yourself? I think you're muted. We can't hear you.
Right again.
Is it better? Can you hear me now?
Yes, we can hear you.
Right, sir. So,
So there are two categories broadly. We have the utilitarian target audience, and we have the utilitarian, and we have the ability. The utilitarian are the people that just want to, like I said earlier, just want to do exactly what it is. They are more concerned.
So to be older, young, also
What I think what you should just do for me.
35, 18 to 34 and 35 and above, we start to understand that we have two separate interfaces. So we place up with things like Christmas and emotional support to our consumers that need real interaction with our virtual assistants. We also create job opportunities for public virtual personnel because we need security to keep law and other institutions also need securities to be in charge. We also create opportunities for masters, for drivers, virtual drivers.
Bamidele, I think your network is really bad. We can't hear anything that you're saying. If it's possible, maybe Ola can continue. I think Ola is even a bit clearer. If that's okay with you, so that we can be able to hear what you're saying. I think your network is not so good. So Ola, if you can just answer the question, thank you.
What is happening? Jesus. Oh, I can barely hear you. Oh, God.
Hello, can either of you hear me? Team Methadone.
Sir, can you hear me? I can barely hear you. Wait.
Hello? Hello, please confirm that you can hear me. Team Methadone. Metatones. Okay, I'm letting you back in. Hello, can you still hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now, sir. I can hear you now.
Okay, please go on then.
Yes, sir. All right, so I did not hear the last question you said, sir. Sorry, sir.
So my question was, can you hear me?
Sorry, if I may step in, Team Methadone, I think it would be in your best interest for you to allow the person with the clearest connection to speak. And from what I can see, the only person that has that is Ola. So, Bamidele, could you please mute your line so that because your line is interfering with the rest of the conversation. Thank you. Ola, I think you're muted or your volume is down or something because you're talking and we can't hear you. That's better. That's better.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Thank you very much.
Okay, awesome. So, like we said, the market is divided into two broad groups. We have the utilitarian, we have the hedonic. The hedonic are the people who want to experience more. They are the people, they are primary target. They are between the ages of 18 to 34. They are people who want to do so much more than just buying and going back home or logging off. The utilitarian, on the other part from the word utility, are the people who are more concerned about doing exactly what it is they want to do. If I want to go shop online, I want to go exactly, I want to do just that. I don't have time for paparazzi. So the hedonic are the primary target, and it's a very broad group, not just in Nigeria, I mean, in the entire world. That's because this very initiative, this very concept hasn't been tapped into yet. Now that takes us to our competitor analysis, whereby we're saying that the world is just trying to get familiar with virtual commerce, and then we're taking it a step further. So basically, we're talking about the future of the future, you know. But like you said in our competitor analysis, all we have is speed. These global giants, talking about Amazon, Shopify, Alibaba, even Jumia, you know, they have the resources to come on board and then look at what we're doing and take over from there, do something, you know, redefine it or rebrand it or whatever it is, and then tap into the space. You know, so what we have basically is speed to get on board, do this thing, and then show the world that yes, Nigeria isn't lagging behind in this space.
Okay. Last question for me, because something you said piques my interest. So you are going to create this virtual world where people can come in and quote unquote experience things. How much control do consumers who are going to be
consumers who are going to be what? I lost you there. Consumers who are going to be what? Can you hear me? I didn't get that. Consumers who are going to be what? How much control?
Ola, it's not your network. I think it's his network.
Okay.
It's not your network. Give him a moment. I think it's his network because we also did not hear that.
No.
Okay, it's his network. It's gone off. I'm sure he would come back.
I'm back.
Okay.
Sorry, Ola, I was asking that how much creative control do consumers who are going to log on to MarkHack City or come to MarkHack City, how much creative control do they have? Would they have the opportunity to create things in MarkHack City, or it is essentially a virtual amusement park?
Okay, so there will be more control for businesses. Say, for instance, you own an e-commerce platform, for example, and then you want to tap into this. Then we create your portal for you, create your store for you online, and then someone comes into wants to come and shop. Now, there is more control in the hands of the business owners, because they are the ones who have like the primary things that people can come to buy. Now, you as a consumer, when you log on and you buy whatever it is that you want to buy, because the seller at the back end has seen that this item has been bought. Now, this person, for instance, wants a real life delivery. There is a back end notification for that. For the seller, that's, let's say, Junior, for instance. There's a back end notification for you where you get to see that, okay, this particular item, this person wants it delivered in real life. Now, that's talking about delivery as well. At the point of buying, there is a place where you have specified where exactly it is that you want your item to be delivered. So if the seller, for example, can only deliver in Lagos for now, you would have known before you bought the item that this very item is not available for real life delivery in Lagos. So basically, there are controls from the two parties, but the sellers have more control because they are the ones who own the business. Now, for the buyer, when you buy an item on Jumia and then you want to resell, for example, you can easily auction it out, or you can easily get someone within the metaverse to buy your item. And then when someone buys the item from you, the proof of ownership that you bought when you bought the item the first time is transferred to the second person. So it is not just an amusement park. It is you can do so much. You can do a whole lot, right? As a consumer, as a business owner, you can do so much. You can be here, right where you are. You can log on to with your headgear. I'm also logged on.
Ola, hold on. The question I asked you was, I, as a consumer, I come to MarkHack City. I don't own a business. I came to see what is up. It's like me, what you're essentially saying is that I'm walking into the Palms Mall for the sake of this discussion. I am a consumer. Can I create something in the Palms Mall? Can I do something other than buy, experience, touch something, feel something, play something? Can I go there and go and create something? Build something?
Oh,
do I have that liberty or not?
It is controlled. If you want to do that, you would need to
a different level of registration.
Yes,
a different level of registration. Okay.
You said you can't just do that. It is controlled.
Okay, understood. Thank you very much.
Sources of revenue.
All right.
All right, thank you very much, Team Metatons. Labaka, I thought you had a question to ask earlier, or your question has been answered.
Yes, I actually do.
Okay, please go ahead.
Okay, my question is very simple. I just wanted to know, how do I explain it? This is like a marketplace, right? Or much more, a little bit more than a marketplace, from what you have explained to us, right? And it's basically, if I look through the shopping experiences, right? And let's say, for example, because you have created the space, you've created the shelves, right? The shelves that have all the products, I believe. How then are you able to synchronize what is on shelf versus what is in reality? How do you synchronize both in such a way that it's seamless and consumer does not pick a product only for them to get notification later that the product is no longer available? Have you thought through this process very well? Secondly is, has this been done before by your team? Maybe you've not just marketed it, but is this something that you have proof of workability or proof that this concept would work in terms of probably you have built something similar before and then you've seen that, okay, we have done a lot of test run. My third question would also be that if we give you a go ahead on this project and the right funding, what is the timeline involved in building this? The reason why I say this is also because I know for certain that when it comes to tech, can you guys hear me?
I can hear you. You said, what is the timeline?
Okay. When we say tech and building things that has to do with metaverse and the likes, knowing fully well that it's not something that we are used to in this area of the world, I wouldn't want something that goes on long and, you know, forever. And you keep saying, oh, we are tweaking it, we're changing it, and then, you know. So I want to know, what's the timeline involved? That's question number 3. What's the timeline involved? Have you built something like this before that probably you have a time but it has not been marketed? How do you say it? And data is key, right? So knowing fully well that what is available physically and what is available in the MarkHack city has to be synchronized. That level of synchronization, you know, have you thought it through on all of these criteria? Because that's what will make the consumer experience very top-notch.
Thank you for your question, man. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me, man? So I can go ahead and answer your questions. Can you hear me, man?
I think you need to come closer to the mic. I hear you faintly.
Okay, let me stop. Can you hear me? Okay, is it better now? Can you hear me?
Yes, it's better.
Okay, can you please confirm? I'm sorry, can you please confirm that you can still
hear
hear
you clearly.
I can hear you clearly. Awesome. Okay, so let me go straight to your questions. Talking about market synchronization, fantastic. We thought it true. So every store, for instance, that has a platform in MarkHack City would have a dedicated catalog that is just for MarkHack City. So everything that is online in MarkHack City has a separate catalog, like the vendor, for, you know, so to speak, has to Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Okay, awesome. So the vendor has to confirm that they can create a separate catalog for MarkHack City, whereby the real life product that they sell on a day-to-day basis is not mixed with the one of MarkHack City. So MarkHack City has its own, you know. So whatever it is that you buy in MarkHack City is deducted from the MarkHack City section of the store or the vendor's, you know, space in real life, you know. So it is not mixed together. That is really key. We thought about that, you know. I remember having that, you know.
Sorry, whose responsibility is that? Whose responsibility is that? The vendors.
The vendor, yes. It's the responsibility of the vendor to create. So whatever it is that you want us to upload for you on MarkHack City, you have like you've dedicated it aside. 10 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now, it is there. If at all in real life you want to be realistic, if at all in real life you want to borrow from it to quickly sell in your normal day-to-day thing, you need to return it, you know, because we don't want a situation where you order for something online and then they tell you it is out of stock. So those are the conversations we would have with the store owners or the vendors. Then talking about doing this before, my friend Bamdele, who is working on the tech part of it, like I said, he has a virtual academy. He has started something like a little pet project, you know, but we need more resources to do this, because this is a bigger project, you know. But in the area of doing it before, it is something that we can do entirely all by ourselves. And then the parts where we need collaborations, of course, we can collaborate. So doing this before, this very project is a big one. We haven't done something of this size before, but we do believe that we have the resources. Of course, we have the brain power and the manpower to do it. So what we need to get going is the finance. Then the timeline, we're looking at plus or minus maximum of 2 to 3 months. That's for, the entire to build the minimum viable product, you know. maximum of 3 months.
How many months, please? 3
Maximum
months.
of 3 months.
Maximum?
Yes. It will be ready before then, and that is because we're not creating a real life structure. We're not building something in Banana Island. It is all digital. So with digital, it is really fast. It is super fast. So we can have a minimum viable product, our MVP, ready in less than 3 months. It will be way earlier than that, but let's cap it at 3 months.
Okay, thank you, Ola. That's all for me.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, so in the absence of any other question, thank you very much, Metathons. I know we've expended the time frame that we gave, but of course, we can always make an exception. All right, thank you. If you don't mind, please help us exit the room so that other teams can present. Thank you very much.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much.
Hi.
Okay, so the next team will be coming up now.
Sorry, before they come in, sorry,
okay.
how many minutes does each team have to present?
So ideally they have about 10 minutes. Each team have 10 minutes. Yes, 5 minutes for their presentation, and then another 5 minutes for their for questions and answer.
Okay.
So making a total of 10 minutes.
Okay.
Okay. So the next team that we have, they are currently here at Eco Innovation, and they have a setup that they are putting together. So they are trying to put that whole setup in place currently now. So if you can just give them about say 3 to 5 more minutes for them to get the setup up, and they also will put on the camera so that you can also see what they are putting together. So that once they are ready, they would begin the presentation.
Team name? What's their team name?
Team 14. So they have not named their team yet.
So this is team 14.
Yes, they are just going with team 14. Yes.
Okay, sorry, just to say that there are only 13 slots in the score sheets.
Oh, okay. So what we can do is that in each of those sheets, yes, you can just name any one of the sheet, maybe the second sheet, just put it at the top of that sheet, team 14, so that we would understand when we are collating the scores.
Okay, no problem.
So as you can see on the screen, this is team 14 putting together their kits that they'll be using for their presentation. So I think about 2 to 3 minutes more, they will be ready and good to go.
Can you hear me?
So are we ready, team 14? Yes. You're ready? Okay. All right. So team 14 will be coming up now so that we can have their presentation. I think their setup is ready.
Should I just face this? You're live. So where's my deck? We're on the screen, right?
Okay, so we have team 14 ready to go.
Oh, let's come on.
Please confirm that you can hear.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, all right. Our jurors also confirm that you can hear team 14.
Yes. We can.
All right. So we have here team 14. Our selection jurors are connected virtually, so they can't see you. There's a camera right here.
Okay.
So they can see you, and then of course the screen as well.
Okay.
Your slide is being shared. Your slide is being shared also on the Zoom, so they can also see your PowerPoint slides for them. So you have about 10 minutes for your presentation. The first 5 minutes is for you to run us through your deck, and then the remaining 5 minutes will be for you to take questions and answers from the selection jury. So your time starts now. Wish you the best of luck.
Thank you very much. Okay, so good morning, guys. My name is Ugo Nwagu, CVO at We Display Magic 3D and team lead for Team 14. We're here to present to you customer experience using 3D holographic technology to hack marketing, right? So we start with the introduction. So our 3D holographic technology is an immersive marketing solution that helps brands and companies enhance their customer engagement, hence increasing retention rates and revenue, right? And then the problem, thanks to the smartphone revolution in the past decade, the human attention span has been historically very low, with constant bombardment of advertising, emails, social media notifications. So capturing and retaining people's attention has become increasingly difficult to master. So people need a reason to snap out of autopilot and look up from their smart devices. And in other words, we're saying you need to provide an experience that evokes emotions and bring that little spark of unexpected magic. The solution, 3D holographic technology. So 3D holographic technology makes it possible to deliver a premium visual brand experience that harnesses the power of nature marketing, right? So the similarly, as you can see here, we have a demo that is presented in 3D holography. So, right, the similarly floating 3D hologram actually has the ability to grab attention in a crowded space, so which works very well for customer experience. And such a visual experience immediately evokes emotions and triggers the senses to fire up activity in the cortex. And what does this mean? It makes the viewers process and retain the information that is communicated, that is being communicated. The application. So we've created a demo here, like I mentioned earlier on, to enhance customer experience using 3D holographic technology, right? And here we use Trophy Lager beer as our for our demo. So here we placed the physical product inside a holographic device display, and together with the 3D holographic content, it creates magic that draws the viewer's attention to the product, to what is being emphasized, what is being marketed, right? And yeah, so right here we're showing you the journey of pouring the perfect pint of beer into your glass cup. So that you can see here. So from the clean, clear glass, pouring the beer into the center of the glass, you can see the beer. I mean, the whole animation is awesome. It highlights what Trophy Lager beer is all about, and we're able to highlight that. I mean, the details such as specially brewed with water, barley malt, maize, hops, lactose, and caramel, and also explaining further the non-sugar feature of the Trophy Lager beer. So this, unlike the VR and the AR immersive technology currently in the market, whereby for the VR you need to put on something for you to be able to have experience this, and for AR you need your smartphone or smart device to be able to experience that. This is possible for everybody to see it and share, and I mean, it's very effective tool for marketing in today's evolving market. So the results, according to the Parts Intelligence published report, if you can increase your customer dwell time by 1%, you can increase sales by 1.3%. So basically, the 3D hologram has the capacity to trigger human sense, evoke emotions, and stir up activities to help process and retain the information being given. Thank you very much. So my team is made up of myself, Ugo Nwago, Chiamaka. She's not here at the moment, but she'll be joining us soon. And my other teammate, Prosper Moses, who is here with me. Thank you, guys. So I'm ready to take any questions.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah.
I don't know if you would like to really see the holographic object clearer. We already have the camera there, so it's possible that you're ending the screen sharing so that they can access it. Okay, so if it's possible, just do like a round shot so that they can have a look at it. Okay.
Okay, I should run through it. Okay, so here we are able to, using this particular holographic device, we're able to combine the 3D 3D animation, and that's the digital, and the physical product, if you wish. And for this particular demo, we use a combination of the physical product as well, which you can see inside the display. So while the product is there as a prop, the 3D holographic animation, it's shows, is highlighting the different features of what the brand, telling a wonderful story of whatever the product in there or the brand that that's being we're working with is all about. So it has it works with storytelling, and of course it evokes the human emotions and senses, which is something that attracts bystanders to come and view what is actually going on there, and that creates dwell time for a product or a brand. And we're hoping at the end of that dwell time is able to convert to sale, right? Which is what we're hoping to achieve at the end of the experience. So such consumer experience gets, the consumers are able to like retain. Having such an experience is a conversational piece, right? So even when you're in you order for your favorite drink, maybe the Trophy beer, it will definitely come up that I saw. I mean, for the first time, I've never seen a hologram, and I mean, it becomes this wow factor, you know. And yes, so it's a very good tool for currently today being introduced to the Nigerian market, the holographic 3D holographic technology for to hack, as it is to hack marketing in today's market.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Yeah.
So, do we have any questions for Team 14?
Hi, Ugo. Good morning.
Good morning.
So the first question is, you know, so what is the vision for this, you know, 3D holographic tech? And how will it, you know, how will it help, you know, solve consumer problems? That is that. And then for me, I want to understand what is your go-to-market strategy? How will you bring this to life?
So this okay, so this is going to help create that never been seen before experience, right? So for instance, this is meant to be sitting on a display stand, right? And the display.
Sorry, we lost you.
Hold on a second there. I think you've been disconnected.
Hello. Yeah. Hello.
Okay. Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, you lost me for a bit, so I'm back. So yes, so what this does basically is to grab attention, right? And once that attention is being grabbed, right, be it in a retail setting or anywhere that you have a gathering of people, this creates dwell time, right? Because people come around to come and see what is being displayed in the through the 3D holographic technology, right? And at the end of the day, the brand, even if there's no sale made at that moment from that consumer or bystander, the brand is being retained in the bystander's memory, right? Because it's something unique that they've never seen, right? And at any time, that will always come up as a conversational, you know. So that's, I mean, at the end of the day, we're hoping that by that, at the end of the dwell time, it converts to sales, which is what I believe the brand or the product wants to achieve at the end.
Sorry, you're disconnected again.
Attention, which is one, retention, which is two, and thirdly, make revenue.
Ugo, you were disconnected for a while there. If it's possible for you to just quickly recap.
Okay, okay. So to quickly recap, right? Okay, so the question for number one is, this works as an attention grabber, a retention. This works as one, as an attention grabber, two, increase retention, and three, increase revenue sales. Because attention grabber, this grabs an attention of a bystander to see what's going on there, and that creates dwell time. And like I said, from the part intelligent report, if you can, get your customer to attention dwell time for 1 minute, extra 1 minute, 1%, that automatically should that automatically interprets to increasing your chances of having a sale, right? So so from dwell time to attention, and then hopefully you get a sale. And secondly, my go-to-market strategy is to currently is to work with brands that see the vision. Hello?
Hello?
Yeah. So I'm back. So I will jump right up to the second question, which is my go-to-market strategy, right? So my go-to-market strategy is to work with forward-thinking brands out there that understand the value of emerging markets, that understand that right now, aside from the bombardment of the online advertising and all that, emails, notifications and all that, offline is really facing difficulty in getting people's attention, right? Be it out of digital, out of billboards and all that. So my go-to-market strategy is to work with forward-thinking brands and bring this technology to the market.
Okay, all right, that's very well noted. I don't know if you have any other question for him.
Hi, good morning, or is it afternoon yet? Yes, good morning. Thank you very much for a really cool presentation. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Thank you very much for a very cool presentation. Just a comment on something that you said, first of all. You said that you want to work with forward-thinking brands. I don't think any brand or brand manager in this country or anywhere else in the world will admit to not being forward-thinking. So you're going to have to be a lot more convincing than that. But
Okay.
I wanted to ask a question about scalability. So I see that this seems, and in one of the pictures that you shared, it seems like it's something that is largely one physical product driven, but more importantly, it looks like it's a very, very cool point of purchase type communication. Would you agree?
Yes, POS.
Okay, so my question to you now is, how does this scale vis-a-vis things like having a screen above the product that has a speaker and can actually communicate stuff? Now, I understand that this creates dwell time, but what do you think from a scalability standpoint, how this can scale in a market like this? That's number one. Number two, I didn't remember seeing anything around cost to serve.
Yes. So, okay, I didn't, yeah, okay. So, yes, so number one, scalability. So the idea is that this particular display, so there are several displays in the market, right? But regarding this particular demo, this particular display works best with point of sale, be it in a superstore or anywhere that you have people gathered around, expo events, whatever. So wherever you can, set up wherever locations that you have for your product. Let's in this case, Trophy Lager beer. The scalability is having it hopefully having it at every point of sale outlets that's out there. And in terms of costs, like there are several products in the market, and there are several, like the brand I'm working with, we have several sizes of 3D holographic displays. So it depends on the size, and so many variables work. But they're not so expensive, to be honest. They're not so expensive. They're something that can be worked with, especially with the return on investments that you're going to achieve at the end of the day. So it's pretty much attainable by most brands and companies. So in terms of the cost, it's not you don't have to break the bank to achieve such. And of course, you have the content too, because the display works with the content. They're like 5 and 6. So you can't achieve the magic if you're just having the display without the content. So it depends on the content as well too, how complex you want the content to be and all that. The storyboard. So that will all determine the cost. But in terms of generally both the content and the display, you won't have to break the bank to achieve such magic.
Please help me understand what it means by I don't need to break the bank. What should I be looking at, in terms of a minimum cost?
Okay, minimum cost. Okay, so currently this display right now, that I'm sure you can see this. So currently this display is going for about $3,000, right? And then you have the contents, which I can't give a price on. Like I said, it depends on what It depends on what you want to achieve in terms of how long you want the content to loop, how complex you want it to be, in terms of your story and all that. But for the device itself is $3,000.
All right, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Sorry, I have a question similar to Otome's question, but it's just what's your revenue model? How do you make money? And is this patented? You know, the technology, or are you buying it off somewhere, or is it patented?
Yes, it's patented. I mean, I'm a partner with the brand. I'm a partner here in West Africa, so I'm their I'm their partner for representing, selling, and distributing their products here in West Africa. So it's patented. I'm just working in partnership with them. And then, sorry, I think the second question was.
How do you make money? What's your revenue model?
Okay, so the revenue is coming from like I said, I distribute and sell the displays. I have several of them. Aside from this, I have about 2 other partners I work with, one in the UK and one in Europe. I represent them here in West Africa. Then secondly, through the content. So it depends on whatever content that has to be produced. So that's where, so we also provide that aspect as well. So both the display and the content is where the revenue is coming from.
All right, thank you very much, Team 14. Do we have any other question for the team? Okay, in the absence of any question, thank you very much.
Hello?
Oh, okay.
Can you guys hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So I'm not sure you answered the last question well enough, because I'm also still in the dark as regards how you intend to make revenue. Revenue in the sense, to hire this out to consume to your brands, as into the brands that come to you, or do you intend to sell it off to them? How does this work in terms of revenue? Your revenue model is not actually very clear. Secondly, it comes across to me as, I know that there this is what they call extended reality, I believe.
Mixed reality, actually. Yeah.
Mixed reality.
Yeah. You have VR, you have AR, and you have
yes. XR. So it's extended reality.
It's extended.
Yes,
right. Yeah. They all
yes,
fall under
and I
section.
also. Yes, I know this because I've seen it before, right? Okay. Not in the country anyways, really. And what this tells me is not a concept that is new to me, actually. However, in terms of you positioning it the way you have, when I saw it, I also saw it in modern trade outlets, actually, but not in this exact form. It was more of extended reality. It looked like a mirror. You stand in front of it when you want to dress on you, so you know whether it fits or it doesn't fit, or something like that. Okay. So I've seen some sort of model of this that was done for, I think, the Diageo sometimes ago, but it was a form of extended reality, but it was on a virtual platform. Okay. What this tells me is, yes, to this particular to this side of the country, we can say in quote and unquote, it's new. Okay. However, I feel like you haven't thought through your plan in terms of how to make revenue clearly enough, right? Your estimation in terms of, you want to pitch to people who are going to support your business, or support or give you the right funding that is needed. And then your estimations in terms of cost is not all conclusive. If you get what I mean, we don't know. We can't even at the end of this call say, okay, it will cost a $50,000 or a $3,000 for one simulation in trade. Yeah. Do you understand? Right. So I feel wasn't thought through well enough. That's my opinion.
Thank you. You are very correct. I didn't actually touch on anything regarding the cost in the deck. To be honest, I was just going to sell the idea the technology. I think. Yeah, but so the go-to-market strategy where we're going to, where we're going to make revenue.
Okay, that's fine,
from,
but well done.
We have two options, which is sale of the display and rental of the display, as well as the content, creation of the content for the display. Those are the three revenue channels that we plan to make money from. I don't know if you heard me. Hello.
You clearly. I hear you clearly. Thank you.
Okay. And you're right about it being an emerging technology. Yes, it is. Yeah. So that's why we're hoping to work with the forward-thinking brands. I'm sure, such as the brand that you work with.
Thank you.
Like
That's all for me.
All right. All right.
Okay. Thank you, Team 14. I think that will be all then.
Thank you very much.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you so very much for staying with us all through. Currently, as it is, we don't have any other team ready to present, so I think we can draw the curtain for this speech session for today. If there's any other team, I don't think we can even have any other team. We've spent past our time. Thank you very much for joining us for this session. The scoring sheets that you have, you can help us fill out the scores for the teams. And then, of course, we'll have Jide also interact with you on the WhatsApp group to give you any updates if there are any. Thank you very much for taking out the time to help us, identify ideas that are worth sharing and redefining the future of marketing in Nigeria. So we'll be in touch and have a wonderful and lovely day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.